guys, to everyone. It's Ada from PoisonedRock, and with my great pleasure, I can give a welcome back to the one and only voice in the world, Miljenko Matijević. How are you?
Hello. Hey, well, thank you for having me. I'm doing well, and how would I say? Good day to be alive.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to see you here, and always, your music, it's every day of my life since I was 17, 15, I don't know, I forgot.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, I gotta say, the world without your voice would be poorer. So your voice is the best in the entire world for me.
It's thank you.
It's me. So of course I'm here because I was seeing on social media that there has been a release. It was the 15th of June, if I'm right, of Freedom.
21st.
21st.
I think 21st. 21st or
around
25. I can't remember. Maybe 25. I think it's 25. June 25th. Yep.
Of course, for people that maybe might not be aware of Freedom, where it came from, it came from Through Worlds of Stardust. And of course, I wanted to ask you about this. It's coming out as a remastering album.
Yeah. So here's the deal. Let me give you a quick synopsis. We made the record back several years ago, and it just never got the recognition that I believe that it deserved. Okay, it was one of the best records I've ever made. Sang my ass off. The music, I think, is done extremely well, and it just the label that it was released through before just didn't give it the right push. It didn't give it the right exposure. So when Steelheart Records, when we received the record back with the licensing, I felt, let's re-release it. We don't have to go crazy. We just want to make it available, and we want to make it just to the fans, just so they know that it's out there.
Yeah.
And so we remastered it. We put a lot more balls to it, should I say, a little more low end. And also I re-recorded Twisted acoustic version, but it's not just acoustic. It's completely something fresh and new, and that's going to be released now, coming up in July. In July, I think 25th. Is it 25th or 21st? I think this one's 21st. I think this one's 21st, and it's I love it. All right, but that doesn't mean you have to like it. It's okay, but I think it really got something. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I mean, again, everything I do from the heart, and really put a lot of time, energy, focus, and my own money into it. So to give to you. So I hope you guys like it.
Yeah, because of course, Steelheart has been around since, I don't know, it's a lot of times now, since the 80s, 90s I've been around.
35 years.
Wow! Oh my God, 30. I'm a little bit older, but that's okay. And of course, you still are here. I mean, that's a longevity, which is a secret of longevity for Steelheart, because if I listen just to Freedom or listen to Good to Be Alive, there is always the Steelheart soul. Never got used. You never lose your core, your heart. So what's the secret behind it?
Well, I think the biggest thing is the drive, the faith, the vision, and basically, when I was a child, this is what I made a deal with the gods. This is what I wanted. I mean, I felt it. It resonates in me. It burns in me. It's still a fire that's just like, sometimes I want to jump out of my chair and, scream. And I do that,
I know. You don't scream.
I really try to take care of myself. It's really focus, the love for it, the respect for it, and keep going. You know what I mean? Because you just don't know what the day's going to bring tomorrow. Yeah,
and still today you didn't lose any fan. You just put more new generation following your own music, and even digging from the previous one, because the good thing about, I think, interesting is that the new generation start, for example, with, I don't know, Freedom, maybe today or yesterday, and they got find out, I don't know, Can't Stop Loving You, Sheila, the older song. And it's an opposite journey that maybe all fan like me we did it. And if you could give, for example, an advice to the new generation, so this new teenager approaching to the new music of Steelheart, what would you say?
About my music to them?
Yeah. About to start
I think, what really the new generation can really see out of my music is honesty, and it's real. And, it is something that has been dedicated years and years of my life to. And if this is something that, if you want to be a musician, I would say I'm probably a good energy to follow because of the amount of dedication and focus that I do put into my life, my career. And but as far as listeners, man, I got some good things to say. I have some nice things to say, and I feel I have a nice way of saying it, through my voice, and I think if you give it the chance, I'll touch your heart, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, so, that's true. That's true.
So that's the key,
That's true, because like right now with all this platform, we have this kind of random listening. It's not like you start to the end and go to the last of song. You just shuffle, like. So when I put, for example, Steelheart, you cover all the songs from the oldest to the newest. And sometimes I was in the car listening to your music, and I hear even people listening to a completely other genre. What is this music? It's from a movie? It's from a... Yeah, right. It could be, but that wasn't that from that movie. It's like people are drawn from the energy. Even if that's another genre, I don't know, let's say it could be rap, could be extreme music. There's something that people are drawn by Steelheart.
Yeah. I think... Yeah, well, first of all, thank you. I appreciate that. I mean, I love hearing that. I really feel, it comes down to just honesty, just being honest and do what I do. And that's what I do. So I'm happy I'm touching, the hearts and drawing more people to it. I really feel it'd be great that even I could reach more people, So everyone, please feel free to share.
And bring Steelheart in Europe as soon as possible, or in Italy. You were in Milano somewhere. I thought that you were in Milano somewhere. I don't know if it was.
I was. I forgot when I was in Milan. Maybe 2000. I think 2017 was the last time I was there, or 2018. 2018. No, 2019 something.
We need to bring Steelheart in Italy, because there's a big, especially in Milan. There's a big, core of people, of fan base, of all ages. I mean, also in Sicily. I'm from Sicily, so let's allow that. So.
Right. Well, no, I look. I love performing anywhere in the world, and it just comes down to bottom line logistics, and a lot of promoters. It's tough for the promoters out there right now, also because the amount of everything costs. I don't know what happened, but everything went crazy. Yeah, everything's like way too expensive, including a drink in a bar. You know what I mean? It's like, so it's tough. Everyone's trying to reestablish and try to figure out what's the new way of going out. Performing and all of that stuff.
Yeah. Also, the promoting is really, like I say, you were right. It's kind of expensive going through the promoting agency, and then the tour man. It's not like any people think like, okay, Steelheart wants to play, I don't know, in Germany, you jump on a plane, you're there. There's a lot of logistics. There's a visa, there's a tour management, equipment. It's not that easy. Yeah. Not that easy.
Well, Steelheart's a really well-oiled machine. The team is pretty big, and it's like, it all comes down to really the logistics and the money, because the flights are insane amount of money. Yeah. So, you add all that up, and, you're talking, come to Italy. Sure. You got $50,000. Yeah. It's not that easy. Yeah.
No, and especially Milan and some city in Europe are really expensive. And I see even myself from Sicily, it's cheaper flying to LA sometimes. So
Right.
I see how much it's expensive. The world is going through a lot of confusion. But coming back
Yeah.
to Through World of Stardust, because
Yeah.
of course it's okay. There is a remastering version, some acoustic now. So Freedom is being released remastered, but the meaning behind it is always the same, lyric-wise.
Yeah.
So let's, because I always like to talk to the new people that are approaching.
Mm-hmm.
So if I am the first, let's say it's my first time seeing and listening Through Worlds of Stardust. In your own word, Miljenko, how you would describe this, I want to say album, this path, this journey?
This album is the different corners of life, I would say, of journey of life. It has everything from deep love to things that I've experienced, not myself, but I've seen people go through heavy addictions, and you would never know it in the lyrics, but it's and I could tell you right now, Lips of Rain is it's one of my beautiful songs I've written. I think that, and With Love We Live Again, and Lips of Rain, it was actually written when I was watching this documentary of this young kid. I think he was 18 years old, and he was hooked on heroin, and his family was helping him, his girlfriend was helping him, the neighbors were trying to help him get off, and it was like the devil got a hold of him, And I sat and I watching this, and I was in tears. I'm like, oh, I can't. This is horrific. So basically, the devil had a hold of him, and that's how I went to the piano and I wrote the song. I can't wait to close my eyes to kiss your lips of rain,
Beautiful. Yeah.
feel your love again. But it's really, of course, it's a love for Jesus, for an addiction. I mean, it's kind of heavy, you know what I mean? But of course, you can take it as a love for another person,
Yeah, of course.
So. So it has a lot of this album has a lot of depth. Also, like My Freedom is I wrote that song probably in one of the biggest pressure cookers I ever was, because life, this thing we call life is amazing and it's beautiful, but we have complicated it so insanely that, including myself, I'm busy. I'm so busy all the time. Something to do, because there's something you got to pay attention, all the time. And I remember doing that. I remember being so like feeling trapped, and I wrote the song Freedom. I just need a breath, you know what I mean? I just want to breathe. I don't want to die no more. Freedom is all I'm asking for, and that's how the song came about. And ironically, I wrote it at the same time also for during this time, United States, 4th of July. And also for, United States is about freedom, So anyway, it's a deep record. It is a lot for everyone there. There's fire, there's energy, there's love, there's nasty, there's dirty. It's all there. It's all in one.
It's like all the element that always been in the soul of Steelheart coming back.
Oh, yeah.
One record.
Yeah, exactly.
So this idea of re-releasing it again is kind of giving a new life, because like you said, maybe before it didn't get the new, it was put under the right spotlight, let's say.
Right.
Just people miss it out because people has as a fan, so we're stuck with the classic, and sometimes we forgot to listen what's new, which that's what we were supposed to do, listen the new, because that's who Steelheart is today. Steelheart will be tomorrow, but still before, because you always had this amazing capability of storytelling and writing the emotion.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
My mom will always say thank to you. For the songs that you
that's great. I love it.
That's for sure. So
Mamma Mia.
Mama, don't you cry. That's a message all the time. And of course,
has everyone heard the Steelheart 30th anniversary album that I did? I redid "Mama Don't You Cry" with a full orchestra. "She's Gone" re-recorded with a full orchestra, and then "Trust and Trust and Love."
Trust and Love. But I mean, I really love all the old, amazing song, but Trust and Love has a special place in my heart because we started to do our interview with Trust and Love.
Oh, okay. Well, hold on. So check this out.
Okay.
I haven't released it yet. So I sang the song in 10 languages, right?
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay.
Exactly.
So we released five. I believe.
Okay.
Okay, you can go on Spotify and just put Trust and Love.
Really.
I think we released Korean, English, Spanish, Portuguese, and something else. I don't remember. Something else we released. Maybe it was 4. But anyway, I think it's almost time to release. I want to release the Italian version. Really? So I sang it in Italian. It's absolutely. I gotta say, the Italian. It's so. I feel like Pavarotti, something. Because there's a line in it. Goes, "Stringimi amore." There's a line in there. It's like, it's romantic. It's romantic.
Yeah. Because this Trust and Love, I think it's one of the songs that we should always hear at least not even once a day, once a week, because for all the shit that is going on in the world, it brings us together. And I remember why you did for that, because to bring in all the world together in a moment of this moment, that is eternally this moment, basically, for all the situation that going on around the world, because to be all united under the same, because music, the worldwide languages. I mean, it's the language that put all together, and that's why I think it's important people listening to music not only just listen but also pay attention to the words. And I think one of the reasons of all these languages with Trust and Love is that also for that to listen to the world, but also for freedom, because you said something important. We don't have time to stop, to stay still, and say, take a breath. Just like in the mindfulness, take a moment for us here and in the now. We don't have time for that. So freedom is important because our brain, we have a mental breakdown otherwise if we don't stop.
Yeah, I know. I mean, like right now, I'm working on stuff. I mean, I've been working nonstop. I'm writing a whole nother album as well.
Another album?
I'm actually writing another album with another artist, a really amazing guitar player, and it's just a different style, but it's really, really cool.
So,
I mean, but it's really heavy. Really heavy.
Okay, so let's be not heavy about like heavy rock.
No, more like Gothenburg metal.
Okay.
With me singing over it.
It's something new for you.
Legit. Yeah, it's something new. Yeah, we'll release that. We'll release that shortly. And also, I did something else that's really fun. That's going to come out probably, I want to say September. Okay. I did a song with my good friend Jeff Keith from Tesla. We did a duet, and
cool.
I saw him on. We did the rock Monsters of Rock, and I was just like, you know what?
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? I said, Jeff, man, let's do a song together. We haven't had that, and we did. It sounds. I think it's great, but we'll see what the world thinks. I think it's great.
I mean, I think it's phenomenal. No one ever complained about your music. I think it was the opposite, because because of course you left to the world something that literally will belong forever to it's kind of a testament. Any kid goes through Rockstar. Anyone started from that, but then you jumped in actual movie, in Trust and Love. It's available. People can go and watch it now. It's a streaming. I don't know if it's Amazon Prime. I think it's Amazon.
It is. It's still. I don't believe it's almost gone international because it's about licensing. You know what I mean? Licensing Yes, you can watch it in Prime. You could watch it in Apple TV, Hulu,
Yes,
Tubu. It's everywhere in
exactly.
the United States, and I believe it's going to be in Europe very soon.
Yeah.
Actually, they're going to premiere it in Šibenik in Croatia.
In Croatia, yeah.
Yeah, and
Land of the Amazing Summer.
I was supposed to go, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to make it to that because it's coming up, and I got too much
But
going on.
the thing about other, like putting the movie in other countries, about always dubbing the movie. So finding the right people that can dub, for example, your voice. But people can
Right,
subtitles. It's not English; it's a word.
right.
So
Yeah,
they,
but I mean,
yeah,
everyone knows English basically, so
yeah,
it's not that,
exactly, exactly. And
Yeah.
I
So,
mean, of course, when we talk, we were just mentioning something about the movie because I think it wasn't released yet. How did you feel
right.
about after seeing yourself in a movie? Now, not behind
Yeah.
with the voice, just the voice.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I love it. I mean, it's fun. I mean, I love acting. I think it's, it's a lot easier than music. I'll tell you that.
Okay.
Well, I mean, think about it, right? You come in, you do a little, hey, how you doing? Yeah, right. Done. And then you go, all right, you guys set up and you go over to, to your trailer or to, get something to eat
Listen, your
and get on
performance.
the phone. You're just hanging out till they set up again, So it's different. It's just a different vibe. With the music is,
Yeah.
it's hours and hours in this room that I spend, my studio,
Yes.
and then traveling, performing. You get in the car, you get in an airplane, you get to the place. It's 35 years of
Yeah,
touring the world.
yeah,
So
exactly.
I guess I'm bragging a little bit.
Not bad.
I'll take it.
You can
No,
do
that's
it.
amazing. Yeah.
I did
That's
it all the time yesterday while I was trying to explain to the newer generation. Look, I have to do an interview with Miljenko. Look, check it out, check it out.
yeah.
Seeing like showing to everyone since the beginning till now, and seeing I'm done. Because I think it's important that people just really because I don't here I'm bragging myself. Your music, your voice, your stories, your storytelling, like such as other bands, other amazing bands, it's about life. And
Yeah.
it's beautiful, sometimes to listen music with lyrics about something fantasy, but it's what we need is about life because life
Yeah.
is a shit. So if we have something to listen and even cry,
Yeah.
how many times I cry wish is gone with is gone.
Yeah.
How many times? You have no idea. But it helped. It helped really
Yeah.
to heal. So your music literally, I
Yeah.
think, is a testament really for everyone generation. And freedom, like I said, it's something that can put people at ease. And just say,
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you. I mean, I really do hope it touches
yeah,
people, and gives you that as, to other people, as giving you that energy. It's it again, it really is. I can't. It's everything that comes through me. You know what I mean? It's not just me. Whoever's speaking through me, and it's not all about me. It's not it. It's not what it is. This is
I-
this is again, like I said, I made a deal with the gods years when I was a kid, and this is what I do. So
you get a gift. And also, like I said, you before were mentioning about the movie putting out like in Croatia. There is I don't know what you have amazing singers in Croatia. There are these young guys, young guy Dino Jelosic is another amazing singer from Croatia.
mm,
I don't know what's going on there. The best vocalist in the entire planet
yeah,
coming from there. So
yeah, yeah,
I'm seeing this voice completely coming from, like you said, someone giving this gift and
right.
sharing. It's refreshing and it's giving the chills. Something that
Well,
well, for sure, giving the chills. So, and I don't think that it's you can find that because it's something, like you said, that came from I don't know some higher part of the world of the universe,
right.
and you can
Well,
feel it.
well, thank you. I'm happy that you feel it. I'm happy that people are,
I,
recognize, and it's taken years for that to actually come through. I mean, it's always been there, but I think now it seems to be maybe a little, how would I say, maybe a little more, maybe I've come a little closer to everyone, you know. So I'm happy about that.
Yeah,
Not complaining.
And of course, about the releasing of the full record is gonna there is a date, because of course now there is being released Freedom.
Right.
But for the World of Stardust, it's already out, or there is a date?
No. Notice it's going to be November 15th is we're going to full. So we're just
okay.
Oh, there you go. Happy birthday. So we're going to do we're just going to do basically one song a month just to keep going, kind of thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you know, we'll make it visible to all the fans. And also what I've started is I've started a while ago, but now we're going to really put some time into it, is the Steelheart TV. Okay, so you can go now, steelheart.tv.
Okay.
And we're just uploading a lot more footage, and we're organizing it, and that's going to really start being a really big focus for us. New videos, new interviews, new making of the Through Worlds of Stardust.
Yeah.
We have a lot of vlogs that we did, like little episodes, maybe like 6-7 minute episodes, that it's going to go up. Yeah, so there's a lot of information. But yeah, steelheart.tv. That's where you want to go.
So it's something that of course will be updated, I think,
period, all the time. It's ready. You can go on it now, but it's we're just still building all the content. And then what I'd like to do with that is I would like to bring other bands. I want other bands that, up and coming bands that I like, that I like to, that I like to present and show to the world. Hey, check these guys out.
I mean, bands that are out there that grew up with your music and that basically are who they are today thanks to your music. So I think if hearing that, they will jump on your I don't know, DMs inbox and say, I want to be there. But it's a really beautiful thing about the Steelheart.tv, because you're kind of getting access to the backstage of Steelheart. And again, getting closer with themselves, because also 20 years ago you were, 15 years ago you were. In this way, you're showing with a new format, let's say. So the new digital era, let's call it like that, instead of just a TikTok or a social, you're giving a TV, something that was old, something that was missing. Direct contact. Because with all this short clip spread, it's beautiful, of course, it's more direct, but at TV, it's something that is missing. I mean, at Bangers Ball TV, that was MTV and Bangers, something big back at the day.
Exactly. I'm all about bringing that back. So that's one step at a time. It's a big ambitious adventure, but it's up and running. It's not like that I'm gonna do it. I already did it. It's happening. So now we need to keep building it, and and then we'll start asking for some videos and tapes from people. I like to probably talk about it and see what they got, and I think it'd be really exciting.
Exactly.
So let's see where it goes.
Yeah, and of course, thinking about always for the, like you said, for the release in November, there is gonna be further in the months some I don't know, I think some pre-ordering links or something, some pre-order, or they are ready. People can start to pre-order.
You could start it, but it's basically it's all on Spotify, but one at a time. You know what I mean? So, I believe you can pre-order.
Okay, but I'm gonna check it out. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. And it's gonna be released on physical format or just on Spotify, the full.
We may do a physical format as well, because we changed the album cover. I don't know if can you? Where's the album? Let me see it. I think I have the album cover. Where'd it go? Oh, hold on a second. There it is.
Okay.
I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, I can see it clearly.
Yeah, it is a really cool album cover. So if you look it up, it's actually that airplane. It's like the cockpit of the airplane. I shot that, and it was.
You took that.
I was scouting scouting to shoot a video.
Okay.
And I'm up north in California, and in the desert, and I'm driving through these back kind of weird, vibey, desert kind of thing, and that was in the middle of the desert, in the middle of it.
Okay.
So I had to pull over, jump the fence, and it's like, I got to take a photo of that.
That's beautiful.
So I took a photo, and then there it is. We added some stars, and there you are.
It's another talent.
So,
you're a photographer also. You like the photo. Yeah. So another talent of Miljenko.
I do like photos, and I've taken that. That is something I'm definitely going to put up on the website, because I have some photos that I take photos that people don't see, and I take photos that people don't get to see, because I travel the world. I go to some really amazing places, and you just don't get to take a photo like that every day,
Exactly.
And that's so basically it comes down to my life, how would I say how lucky I am to do this for my whole 35 years now, travel the world, meet amazing people, different cultures, different, it's a wealth of life.
And it's your path, it's your mission in life, I think.
Yeah.
And before ending, there's some live show that you planned, of course, just to say maybe someone is around, because we have a lot of people based in California, believe me. If you have some live show planned with Steelheart in the next month or so, some festival or something that you can say, of course.
Yeah, well, actually, we have a show next week in Nevada.
Okay.
And then we go to Connecticut.
Okay.
Actually, where I started. And Connecticut, Kentucky, and then I believe India, England, Spain.
Okay, you're in one of those places.
It'd be great. It'd be great to go to Italy, but again, if it makes sense, but
if
like I said, I can't. Yeah, it's just.
It's not your. It's job.
Yeah.
Motors there.
Right. That's the manager's job. That's their job. Agents.
Yeah, but it's, like you're in Spain. Italy is not that far, so. Because I mean, if you're, but I'm gonna check it out, because there's Steelheart in Italy would be such a big comeback, and I know for sure you're gonna have. I know already where you could play, where you will play. I mean, that's one of the biggest stages in Milano, and beautiful. Trezzo with a custom river. It's beautiful. All the live music club, it's really beautiful, and for sure. But if it was for me, I would make you play like in the Greek theater or in the theater, because I see now in Steelheart more this kind of I want to say classic, but I want to hear like with the orchestra, something more like that, being in But being in Milano, it's more rock and roll Milano. Let's put it like that.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
So,
but whatever life brings on, I'm open.
Of course, but for the moment, let's wait for this release. And when the release will be done, if there is maybe some news about Milan, who knows? Life is unpredictable. We will make an updating interview, and always really thank you for your music. Every song you release until now, it's a piece of art. It's unique in its kind. And I say from the bottom of my heart, it really.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
If you could have a fan, that's the first one, it's me. And
all right, well, don't cry too hard when she's gone. He's gone.
No, he's gone forever. Now I guess start with everybody loves me, not Eileen, me.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Right. Have a good.
My
good
pleasure.
Day.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
It was
okay.
A pleasure.
Take care.
I wanna love, I wanna live again, I wanna breathe again. Yeah, that's it.